Hello, lurkers and VOD viewers. Welcome back to the dark place. Let's see if we can actually escape the dark place this time. Yes, I'm going to be continuing Zika's latest game, hoping to actually get the escape ending this time. But either way, I'm planning on this being my final session on this game, as otherwise I'm going to take forever trying to find the ending. I have got a few clues, so that would be helpful. Not outright spoilers, just clues. Although I have got yeah, let's just say that the first thing we'll be doing won't be trying to get out, it'll be to find a mailbox. So yeah, I guess let's just... I forgot to put it on vibrate. I am smart. Because I started earlier than I'm planning on. But yeah, I guess let's jump straight in. Turn off Night in the Woods music. Oh, it's there. Now, I do know exactly where this mailbox is, because I want to get an achievement, a specific achievement, before going for trying to find the way out. So, I have to go south for 12 times, I believe, and east 14. Go on south 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swing set, okay. 8. Let's ignore it for now. 9, 10, 11, 12. There's the mailbox. I stumble upon a black mailbox, alone out here in the woods, with no house and no address. The flag is lowered. On one side, there are 3 splotches of red. Here's where the rule finally comes into play. The 3 red splotches mark lies rule. Approach the mailbox. As I come closer to the mailbox, it begins to rattle violently. The flag twists up and down crazily. Let's open it. I quickly grab the door and open the mailbox. A frog escapes and jumps. Why was a frog trapped in the mailbox? I shut the mailbox. It's silent. I shut the door, but I can still hear the bomb. What am I supposed to do here? Death is basically inevitable at this point, so I'm going out in style. There's the achievement. The explosion blows my head clean off. Wow. I guess there's one thing to... It's interesting that this game only has 2 achievements. And that was the second achievement. The first obviously for escaping the dark place. Why does Zika's not add more achievements? It do be what it do be. So, I guess now I've got to try and find, because I believe the way out of the dark place is to find the parts needed for that machine in the tower to the east. So, let's... Oh, I need to go back to the mailbox. Okay. There's actually a part in the mailbox. Okay. So at least we know where one part is. We know there's a fuse in the tower, so I'm going to save that for the last. I have to assume we have to go back to the tower to put together the pieces anyway. So, let's go back to the mailbox. And just keep going east. See a swing set to the east. Let's ignore the swing set. I don't want to die this run. Keep walking. I don't know what's behind me. I don't want to know. That'll be the frog. I pick up the thing gently. It's a grey box with red blinking LED light and a yellow cable with wires dangling off. On the back there's 3 coloured buttons. The beeping stops. I place the explosive back into the mailbox. Wait, do I not have it? It's silent. Inside there is a mechanism, a glass tube with prongs. In the center looks like a miniature diorama of circuitry. How could anyone make that? I found a vacuum tube. Yay, so we now have the vacuum tube for whatever machine we have to make at the tower. Next, how to find wooden dice? Or I was gonna work my way up this list of parts here because the clue I have is parts. So I guess the next thing we want is the disk drive. So why do you need so many things? Oh boy. There's so much you have to do. Because for this drive, you need 2 objects. And I also have a clue of I basically have a spreadsheet that says where the things are that we need for the machine, but not. I don't know. Yeah, it would be on the main map, wouldn't it? So I guess I'm just going to go around and just grab everything, I guess. Alright. Here's some. Oh, I see. Do I need those? Also, yes, it's raining IRL, so excuse that if it is picked up by the mic. Uh, there's an orange dice down to the south. Let's see if we can get that in case we need it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A dirt path leads to the south. To the north, the path ends suddenly at a mailbox. Yep, dirt path. Keep going south. And that north edge of the field, here there is a giant 1 marked across the grass in deep blue colour. Minefield! I thought, okay. I thought I wasn't on the minefield. Yeah, I thought I had one more safe spot, which means I just now lost the vacuum tube. That's fun. Attempt 2, I guess? Back to mailbox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then just keep going east. I'm ignoring the swing set. I feel like the swing set is death. Approach. Get the frog out. Defuse that. Put it down gently. Shut it. Wait. Open. Take. Close. Go elsewhere. South. Interesting doesn't give you an indication you're about to step on the minefield. Just, oh, you're on it now. Giant 2. In green colour. Okay. Giant 2 in green. Giant 3 in blood red. There's a pair of dice on the grass. Orange dice with curling flames drawn over. Okay. 2, 2, and now I'm off the minefield just to be on the safe side. Um. Oh. Okay, so should we go back to Spawn to make this easier for myself? Let's go back to Spawn to make it easier for myself. Uh, so I am. I'm just going to just push this here, put that there, move up a little bit. Okay, so I am here. I just go straight back up or north, sorry. Step over that. Go west one, north back up to the mailbox. I know I'm being a little bit cheaty, but I just kind of don't want to leave this game abandoned without getting the main ending. I should be counting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm messing up my scrolling. That's on row 84. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. No, 8. I want to go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then just head straight back up. To spawn. Okay, so now let's go 8 north, 13 west. 1, 2. One of the old trees here has a large hole that allows me to see straight through to the other side. Let's not put my arm through the hole in the tree. That sounds like a bad idea. 3. Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Follow the chasm, I guess. 4. I guess just keep going till we get to the staircase. The pile of wooden boards here. Where is the staircase? To the west, I see stairs leading down to the chasm. Here is a rickety wooden stairway leading down along the rock wall on this side. It leads deep down into the chasm, to a bridge and a cave on the opposite side. Across the chasm up north, I see a brick red building. I cautiously step onto the wood planks, which are leaning on frail supports nailed into the dirt and the stone of chasm wall. There are no guardrails. Keep going down the stairs. I take steps down the stairs. The chasm. Ooh. The chasm below me is so deep that I can barely see the bottom. The bottom of the chasm is dark, paved with fallen branches. Continue downstairs because I want to reach the bottom. A few steps down, there begins a series of red marks on wooden planks, each in a different position. Well, last time I avoided the red spots and perished. So this time I'm going to step on them. I place my weight down on the next step where it's been marked with red. It holds my weight, so I make my way carefully down the rest of the steps. I get to a series of thin wooden boards which are precariously resting on metal poles that jut out from the chasm wall. I guess keep going. Between the metal supports, the wood boards bend under my weight. Wind begins to flood down into the chasm from the northeast. It comes in gusts, waves. Place your hand, lean an arm again on the chasm wall. The wind suddenly stops. Right here is a large metal door set a few inches into the rocky chasm wall. Behind me, there's a single wooden plank leading all the way across the opposite side of the chasm. I feel like this door is a trap. Let's go across the plank. The bridge is just a long, narrow plank of wood. Here at the start, I see words marked in it in white chalk. Heed her voice, don't test her patience. Okay, so this will have to be something to do with walking it, I guess. I take a few steps. I messed up. Oh, I messed up. I messed up going across the plank. 1, 2, 3. No, don't put me on through the hole. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just keep going west. Zika, you are so sneaky. You've put so many traps in this place. Oh boy. Step onto the stairs. Go down the stairs. Continue down the stairs. We've been through this before. Step on the red spot. Keep going. Lean on the wall. Yeah, I imagine if you lean against the wind, due to the wind suddenly stopping, you'd end up overcorrecting and your own weight would cause you to fall off and go splat. Which would be the third time my going splat if I tried it. Go forward. I stand still for a moment. It's because I hesitated. Is it because I hesitated? Oh, Zika, you are so sneaky with this chasm. Uh, uh, how are you this sneaky? Oh. It would be nice if we had a chance to do save points where we could save at like force a save before doing something and then we just revert back to that save instead of having to constantly go back and get all the items you lost from dying. You down the stairs? And I will be honest, I was hoping that this would only take an hour, but I get the feeling it's going to take longer than that to beat this game. Okay. Hear her voice, but don't test her patience. Wait. Forward. 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 Wait. Forward. Run. Oh, I made it this time. I take a deep breath. On this side of the chasm is a more industrial metal catwalk that runs alongside the wall of the chasm to the west and the east. The north chasm wall casts a shadow over me. There's a sturdy railing which makes me feel a little safer. So I guess go east. The metal catwalk curves around the big jutting rocks of the chasm wall. The catwalk cuts off here as if something destroyed it. On the chasm wall is a large steel lever. I guess let's pull it. The lever can be pulled up and down to 4 notches, which are labelled with dots coloured red, green, blue, and yellow. There is a big number 2 painted on the rocks beside the lever. Does this relate to the minefield? Put it to yellow. Return. Go west. Eventually, the catwalk turns right into a big rock wall. I come around the corner to a square room carved into the chasm wall. A big oriental rug has been laid out on the stone around a few pieces of furniture. The room is lit by a fluorescent lamp attached to the ceiling. I guess go into the cave room. There is this tall red door on the back of the room. In the right corner, there's a lamp and a small coffee table. In the center of the room is a wooden bench looking out towards the chasm. Well, what's on the table? There's an antique style lamp on the floor, unplugged beside a small coffee table. I see an outlet in the wall under the table. Well, let's just plug it in to help whoever it was or is here. I'm not gonna put it on now. There's a tiny potted fern under the bench. Why not, I suppose. I pick up the fern and place it on the bench. And then I guess let's just go through the door. It's sturdy red steel door. It's quite tall, a couple feet taller than me. The handle is the same colour as the door. The doorknob turns all the way. I'm gonna risk it. I swing open the door. There's nothing behind it. It's just a wall. I notice writing on the back of the door. Take a seat. I guess why not? I take a seat on the bench and look out at the view of the chasm. Before I can stand up, the platform under the bench suddenly lowers down into the ground, into a round concrete shaft. A bright light on the bottom of the bench flicks on. I think if I don't move, everything will be fine. My ears pressurize and my head begins to feel squeezed. How deep are we going underground? Jeez. The elevator just keeps going down. I'm glad this bench is here. There's a dark marble plaque inset into the stone floor with a bold text. 8-minute travel time. I wonder if it's true. Well, if it's 8 minutes, just to skip it. And I have to assume if you stay awake, you end up having to actually wait 8 minutes. That does seem like the sort of thing Zekas would do. I lean back on the bench, and 8 minutes pass flying a flash. Bleh. My eyes open. I feel wonderfully rested. The elevator has stopped, and there's a wooden door ahead. The door swings open before I can touch it. There's a long, winding rock tunnel on the other side. Maybe a draft pushed it open. The tunnel is lined with steel beams and dim bulbs. I follow it through as many twists and turns. I almost step on something. It's a dusty motherboard. I got the motherboard. Yep. The tunnel takes more sharp turns and narrows around me. Now I have to scoot through sideways. The sound changes up ahead. Around a tight corner through the narrow rocks is a sliver of bright blue. It sounds like wind. I catch myself before a steep drop. Somehow I'm in the sky, as if I'm in an airplane looking down on the world. Dizzy, I pull myself back into the cave. Why are we in the sky? I thought we went down, not up. I feel like if I try to climb down, it will be bad news. So... Oh... Go back? Bewildered, I head all the way back through the tunnel to the elevator. By the time I get back, I'm exhausted. The bench is still there. I sit nervously on the bench and hope the elevator will take me back up, but nothing happens. I get up. Ah, that's a shame. I feel like kicking it would do bad things. I can't see how to get down. I can't see how I'm in a cave in the sky, but I climb down over the ledge. The wind is freezing. There's a line of steel pegs jutting out the rocks. The cliff carves inward and my legs dangle. It takes all my strength. Do we think quickly or carefully is the best way to go here? What? Wait, what? I thought that was an ending. I wake up sitting on the bench in a cave room in the chasm. There's what? Wait, what? How does this one work? I'm so confused. I am actually confused. I guess just leave. Let's leave. Go back over the bridge. I made my way across the bridge to the south side, and it doesn't creak or groan. Leave the chasm. I climb back upstairs and step away from the chasm. Pile of wooden boards. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back. Yeah, it's not risk the tree. We managed to somehow survive. So now let's go south this time. I want to get all those items. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 15 west. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. Telephone lines here. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9. 13. Okay, the number. Oh, 15, sorry, not 13. It's a white building with a shiny cross upon a tall steeple that towers proudly over the trees. A telephone line runs by it to the west and east. I guess let's go into it. I walk up several small concrete steps to the set of closed double doors. There's nothing in. Okay. I push them open. Inside is a hardwood floor and tan plaster walls. Despite the high ceiling, it seems smaller on the inside. Heh. There are several rows of pews and a raised platform at the end of the room with a lectern. Behind that, filling the entire back wall, is a grander pipe organ. I pass between the wooden pews and step on the raised platform. A whole plate full of communal bread has been left out on a platter on the lectern. There's a dark brown leather book beside it. I'm being careful with the wording because Christian parents and I don't want them to. Pipe organ. Let's mess with the organ. The giant pipe organ covers the back wall. In front of me is a small piano-like keyboard. I guess it tracks. Play it. Oh yeah, actually, of course it would play the note. Somewhere I hear a click. I step away from the pipe organ. I step off the platform and walk back to the doors, but I almost trip. I look down to see that a secret compartment in the floorboards has opened up. Inside it is a piece of round machinery that looks like a small motor. Yeah, we got item number 2. We would have 3, but they kind of died. Let's leave. At the doors stands a tall black wolf with red eyes and a spot of blood on his snout, staring at me. He's waiting for me to speak. I'm a little bit on the worried side. I won't lie to you. So, what do I say here to this dog to remain alive? What are you? The wolf's body quickly stretches up until it's like a tall shadow, and it stays that way. I'm insurance. What? I'm here for your security. I'm everything you want me to be. Get away from me. The people think they have abandoned, but they have only gone and built their own from the ashes of Dagger. It's a new, wretched building where they worship my likeness dead. Have you intended? What are you talking about? I blink. When I open my eyes, I glimpse the wolf leaping out through the double doors. Okay, that was interesting. I have an unread. That unread can be saved for later. Okay. I've got to try and get back. Okay. Or not, actually. Now we've got to try and... the next item is apparently in Dimslow's. So I gotta follow the train tracks to get into there. Where's the nearest set of train tracks? On the map here. I go... 1, 2, 3. The 3 south. Oh! Let's go west. Can people stop pinging me? Who's pinging me now? Oh, it's just Luke. Mark is red. I cleared the red one from the Discord. A tool and that does not say tool at all. Brain, what? A narrow wooden boardwalk starts here, surrounded by clumps of bright-leafed berry bushes. The boardwalk leads south. Okay. I don't want to go on the boardwalk though. I want to go to the train tracks. A row of crows flies from the north. Interesting. I'm on a muddy and sandy shore leading down to the river water west. To the south, I see a striggy, gangly old tree of a swamp, plural. There's a wide glistening lake to the north. Here, the gangly trees of the swamp dip their rotten toes into clean water. To the north is a wide, glistening lake. I see the looming concrete wall of a modern building to the south and swamp to the east. Okay. I don't want to go to the swamp. To the west, a train track runs up north alongside the lake, just beyond the tree line. Okay. So now I want to follow it all the way into Dimslow's. Yeah, let's just follow the train track all the way. All the way into Dimslow's. Across the lake here, see an old rundown mansion. Yes, we've been in that mansion in the first session, I believe. Let's just ignore all the distractions. Hey? Blocks of path. I don't really care for the writing. I've already spoken to her, not in this run, but ignore the shadow. Just kind of ignore the platform. The interesting platform. Dims lows. There are warning signs nailed to the trees telling me to turn back. To the north, the train track leads into a darker forest. There's a giant dark cloud hanging over it. Well, unfortunately, the items I need are in the Dimslows, so I kind of have to go inside. On both sides of the train track, the trees are aligned into a perfect grid pattern. The track stretches north and south. To follow the tracks, I have a feeling that will be the safe part. It's getting darker. All the bushes and trees are coated in a dull half light that plays tricks on my eyes. Keep seeing things in the corners of my sight. I hear a noise to the north. There's a ridiculous amount of warning symbols around the track here. The track has been splattered with bright red paint, and the speaker is mounted on a wall illuminating sign, blaring an alarm. Jeez, that is loud. Let's just ignore that. It's getting darker. The dark cloud looming above makes it seem like nightfall. The track stretches north. How far does this go? How big is Dimslow's? To the west there is a wooden bench in the grass. A large sign is attached to the tree beside it with the words "Rest your legs." We're in Dimslow. I don't trust anything right now. Pass by the bench. I hear a thunder strike from the cloud above Dimslow's. So eerie. Why was shown this? It certainly is dark. It's completely dark. Lampposts now lining the side of the train track. Okay. Interesting we were visually shown that bit. I'm going to ignore the lamps though. I want to stay on the track. This is a long... Dimsload is massive. To the east, I hear someone screaming for help. I can't help them. I keep on going. And I feel like that may be a trick by Dimsload, a trap, if you will. The track veers sharply to the west. To the north is a picket fence. Okay. Now we're going west now. I just duplicated the word in that sentence. There's a pair of shiny pink shoes on the grass to the north. Let's ignore. Nothing is trustworthy. Feel like being watched. There's a blood trail leading away from the train track south. Don't trust it. Track veers north. To the west is a large tree. I hear movement behind trees to the east. A man stumbles out of the trees from the east and runs onto the train track. He's not wearing shoes. I feel like it's suspicious. Help! Help! He scratches and hits himself on the head. Doomslow just follow itself. Follow itself? He turns around, looking up and down the trees and the ground, but he doesn't seem to notice the train track he's standing on, almost as if it doesn't exist. His eyes are bloodshot. The man stumbles off the train track to the west and runs into the tree, holding onto it as if the ground was slipping underneath his feet. He then stumbles to another, moving further and further out into the pitch darkness. I can't see him anymore. That was interesting. I hear a clock ticking somewhere in the dark. I'm about to step off the train track when I nearly trip over something. On the side of the train track is a small metal safe with a combination lock. Okay. The lock only has the numbers 2, 7, 5 and 9. That makes it easier. What also makes it easier for the I have the answer in front of me. The door clicks open. Inside the safe is a rusty mechanical component, a box with a small dome and circular dust cover attached by 3 wires to a small electrical socket. I found the speaker! There's a piece of paper wrapped around the prongs the speaker would use to plug in. I take it off. It's scrawled with letters. In the dark place. Sometimes practical advice sounds like a riddle about life, but it's not, I swear. The way it's written is suspicious. Two different owners the puppy could have. The rooftop man prays and the claw machine sways. Follow the track and find a way. Okay, the box seems to have disappeared. Interesting. Now I guess just follow the track out to Dimslow's. The track veers east. To the west is a tall chain link fence. Follow it. Hopefully, we should get out if we keep following the track. Dimslow is a massive place. To the north is a mossy paved stone walkway leading to a small house. I hear something inside. Sounds like a piano. Don't trust it. The track leads uphill before leveling out again. This is long. This is very long. To the south, a small trail leads down from the train track. I pass by the trail. It's getting brighter. That's good. Means we're slowly getting out of Dimslow's. There's colourful polka dotted banner hanging over the train track here, strung between the trees facing eastward. It looks fit for a birthday party. No. getting brighter as I go east. That's good. To the east, the trees are no longer aligned. That means we're almost out. The trees are no longer aligned. To the east, the trees seem even brighter. To the west, the train track leads into a dark forest. Well, I guess that means we're out of Doomslode if it no longer says Doomslode. Good. Now to the next location, I guess. Oh boy. You see. We're quite a distance away from the next location. That's fun. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't. I want to ask you first. Down. Can I bolt down? Where am I on this map? So I'm here. I bolt down. Should be fine. Okay. So I guess if I just bolt down south from here, in this testable space, it sure did feel like it Doomslow contained that. Another sign warning us not to go in there, even though we just fled it. Another one. Well, it makes sense there'll be loads of signs surrounding it saying don't go in. But now we're at the shadow that we saw going over the track. Keep going down to picnic table. Dirt paths all over the place here. Large fence. Okay. I should be reading this out loud. A tall wooden fence blocks my path to the east. A wind rushes all the way from the hill from across the lake west, and it rattles the boards of the fence. Okay. Windy fence here. There are a few small pine trees here, sprinkling the dense forest floor with needles. I see a wasp's nest up a tree. There's a picnic table to the south, and a tree with carvings in it to the east. Okay. So I now know where I am. Back up north one. And then go past. Ooh. Go past the lawn. Okay. Okay. Spirit, I can see the side of a small mansion, a big gate over the east side of the property. I feel like I recognize that place. There's a mossy gravestone here. Oh, why am I so tired? It's only just gone like 6:30 p.m. Why am I so tired? There's a mossy gravestone here and a hole 6 feet deep. There's a shovel stuck inside the dirt beside it. There's not. This is insane how big of a map Zekas has made here. But to be fair, this is years in the making, so there are patches of burnt grass here. Let's go south. Can't go thing in the way. 1, 2, 3. Here, distant woodpecker, okay. A lawnmower. I see a swing set to the south. Let's not touch it.com. A dirt path. 2, 3, 4. To the west, a large boulder blocks my path. And to the west, I now see large rocks. Or if there was a boulder, of course there'll be large rocks. Now I want to go east. Row, okay. Cracked road. An old road runs north. Here the road ends at a shoddy fence. The sign reads dead end. To the east I see a house covered by a giant striped tarp, which is the place we were looking for. Smiley face. It's completely covered by a giant candy-coloured striped tarp, as if dressed up for a carnival. Here at the front of the house there is a tear in the colourful tarp. Let's enter it. I enter through the large tear, which seems like it was cut open by a person. Really? Well, actually makes sense. It would look different if cut open by like an animal or something. Under the tarp, the house is completely dark, but I can see the front door ahead left ajar. I step in through the front door and peer inside. The front door is blocked by a handstand and a couple stools. It's pitch dark in the house. There's a light switch beside me. I switch on the light and push my way around the furniture, blocking the front door. There's a leather couch on the soft brown carpet, which I wouldn't be able to see that properly. The back wall is filled with framed photos, paintings and figurines. Ahead, I see a doorway leading to the kitchen, and I see a hallway past the couch. Let's go into the kitchen. I'm standing on a dark hardwood floor. The counters are empty. I see an old white fridge and a gas oven. Ahead is a dining table and a large window. To my left is a short hallway with green walls leading to 2 doors. To the left of the hallway is a white door. Why is the hallway green? Interesting paint color choice. The walls are painted a swampy green. Why? That's kind of worse. On the left wall is a grey steel door, and to the right, an open door that leads to the laundry room. At the end of the hall is a kitchen. Huh. Huh. What's the steel door? Under the grey door, the hardwood floor stops and is replaced by concrete. I push it open. It's a garage. Not what I want. Across one wall is a shelf full of clothes, filled baskets, and cleaning chemicals. On the opposite wall is a large washing machine and a dryer machine. Behind me is the hallway. I get the feeling the garage may be where I want to go. I'm confused on where it wants me to go. I go to the white wooden door. It seems new. Okay, that's locked. I can't go that way. Because the guide says green hallway, then baby room. Where's the baby room? Okay, compact completely with clothes. This clearly was abandoned. So confused. In this corner is a square grey button on the wall. The heavy steel garage door slowly lifts up. A flood of dull red and yellow light flows into the garage, filtered through the colourful tarp that covers the house. Okay. I'm gonna have to end up searching this whole place. Elsewhere. Living room. Hall. Room is dark, but you can see the walls are painted bright blue with yellow stars. There's a light switch beside me. I switch on the light. Okay, there's a baby room's here. There's a closed closet in the left corner and a large dresser beside it on the same wall. Across the room, a mobile hangs from the ceiling with colourful animals and rocket ships. There's no crib underneath it. Okay. It's a tall dresser with three big drawers. I open the middle drawer. There's nothing in it but a red spool of thread. A single red string leads further back into the drawer. The drawer falls out. There's a hole in the wall behind the dresser. I see wood beams and masses of cobwebs. I pushed the dresser over to the left. The hole in the wall was just big enough that it was hidden behind the dresser. Inside, the lush blue carpet ends, revealing uneven, dusty planks and wooden beams jutting out from the walls. I lower my head and stepping through the hole. The space in the wall is quite large. It's about 5 feet to the other side. There's so many wooden beams it's hard to move around and I can barely see. Cobwebs have taken over any corner. Every corner, not any. Smells like mould. To the east is the hole in the wall, letting in light from the baby room. To the west, I see some kind of rectangular shape. To the south is a mess of cobwebs and wooden beams leading further into the half darkness. A metal pipe protrudes from the floorboards into the wall to the west. Webs cover the floor and hang from the ceiling, almost impossible to avoid. The only way further in is to crawl underneath the pipe. I do not like this. If I was actually doing this, I would not like it with all of those cobwebs. They would make me extremely nervous. I use my shoe to clear out as much of the webs as I can, then I get down low and crawl under the pipe. Crooks and nails stick out from the floor and down from the beams jutting over my head. I can barely see. To the west, there's something round. To the south must be the far wall, but it's too dark to see. The cobwebs seem to grow larger and more numerous. I finally reach the south wall. To the east, I see a crack in the wall. To the west is a dark corner covered in webs. There's a key on the ground here. Finally, we have a key. I take the key. Engraved in the steel key are the letters basement. I crawl back under the pipe and make my way back to the hole in the root wall, stepping out into the colourful baby room. Well, now I have to go to the basement. Where's the basement? Oh! The basement is the locked door, isn't it? If I go kitchen, look elsewhere, white door, I use my basement key, the door swings open, revealing a stairwell. Okay, progress. There's a window up near the ceiling, shining in a faint red light on the wooden stairs. I walk to the landing and look out to the next set of stairs. Another door is at the bottom. Yeah, so much for hoping to get this done in an hour. It's now an hour 20 minutes. Whoops. At the bottom of the stairs is dingy, unpainted wooden door. The floor is rough concrete. Oh, I just broke the door down. Okay. The ceiling is low. I'm in a narrow alcove. To the east leads to the larger room. It's dark. To the north is the stairwell leading out the basement. Well, I'm in the basement. Let's go further. A stack of several large mattresses blocks my path to the east. To the west is a narrow alcove leading up the stairs. I'm in the west wall of the basement. The wall is cracked here. A dead light bulb hangs from the ceiling here. A stack of several large mattresses blocks my path to the north. I step in a puddle. Why is there a puddle in the basement? A large filing cabinet blocks my path to the east. I'm at the south wall of the basement. Or did I go the wrong way? I trip over a low table. A large filing cabinet blocks my path to the south. Is missing all its drawers. Who puts an empty cabinet down here? To the north, I see something on the ground. I'm at the east wall of the basement. Something on the ground is covered by a red and white striped picnic blanket. I see black shoes sticking out from underneath. I thought that's bad, that's bad. There's a picnic blanket on the ground. Why, yes, there is. To the north, I see a large shelf. A large pile of colourful plastic baskets and cardboard boxes blocks the path to the west. Okay. In the corner of the basement, an old black closed guitar case leans on the tall, dusty bookshelf. On the bottom shelf, I see a note written on a scrap of paper. There's something else on the top shelf, but I can't see it clearly. Top shelf? Question mark? I climb up the bookshelf and reach the top shelf. There's a pair of red dice with black dots, with an icon of a ladybug replacing number 6. I don't know what I need ladybug dice for, but whatever. I guess just leave? Yeah, let's leave. Or north, west, 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 north, west. Stairs. I want to go to the laundry room. Okay. Which was. I go to the living room. That's changed. As I move past the kitchen, I realise that the fridge is open and empty. I want to leave through the living room, but somehow that perfect view of the front door seems tantalising. Fake. I feel like if I stepped foot on the carpet, something would happen to me. Walls of paint. Oh, okay. I want to go to the laundry room. Washing machine. It's not go a cow gun. It's a clunky white front load washing machine, empty inside. I swing open the glass door. It's strangely dark inside. I can't see all the way in the back. I climb in the laundry machine. It smells like detergent. The steel tube is way deeper than the washing machine could possibly fit. It's dark. I feel a cold breeze flowing in from ahead. Clearly, secret tunnel. I climb out the other side of the steel tube into a familiar style floor, but the air is still cold. I feel a ticking in my head. The undergoing. Dust and grime. So apparently I want to re-enter until I go into a storage room. Oh, I'm dead. Why are you in here? I was making such good progress. Why was that creature from the undergoing following me through the washing machine out of the undergoing? Why? Why? Screw this, I'm gonna. You know, this is a good game, Zekas, but sometimes it kind of gets a little bit on the what why moment. Uh, no, I'm trying to do this like off camera. I'm gonna try and complete this off camera. It's a good game, definitely intriguing, massive map though. But yeah, I feel like for now, I'm just going to say screw it and call it there. I guess I had my head popped. That's fun. Yeah, screw it. It do be what it do be. I guess, yeah. Nothing else I can say really. Good game. I just should have listened to my friends when it. Yeah. Yeah, this definitely. I'm gonna continue this off camera. Try to actually complete it. Because there's a lot to do, apparently, and a lot of annoying deaths, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of. I feel like I'm just gonna have to do the whole classic DS trick of force loading back to a save by copying files and whatnot. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's welcome to the dark place. And I guess that'll be it for today. I guess if anybody is lurking, stick around and we're raiding my friend Luke, who's playing Hypixel Minecraft server. Fun. But yeah, apart from that, I hope you all enjoyed. If you haven't yet, don't forget to hit the follow. I should be back, I think, Thursday is my schedule for this week. So yeah, if you want to keep up with the next live, you can enable Twitch notifications, check the schedule tab on Twitch, follow Blue Sky, or join my Discord. All the links are down in the info panels below, I guess. And with that, that's me done for tonight. So thanks for tuning in to the Twilight Domain. Stick around for the raid, and I will see you next time. Peace City out. Later.